Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Fokimdo solar power bank with a radio and wireless charging. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. Okay, so let's get this open. Okay, so we have a carrying pouch. Here's a user manual. Let's take a quick look at it. So here we have the specs. You can read through these. I'll go over a couple of them, but we have USB-C input, USB-C output, USB output, wireless output, LED flashlight, solar panel, has 36,800 milliamp hours, FM frequency range is 87 to 108 megahertz, audio max output is 1 watt by 2, frequency response is 20 to 18 kilohertz. And here's a diagram of it. We have the wireless charging area, has a kickstand, flashlight, USB-A output, the USB-C input output, volume knob, power indicators, solar charging light, FM indicator light speaker, telescopic antenna, hanging ring, USB-C output, lightning output. So this has cables built into it. Solar panel, charger, LED flashlight, power button. We have scan, up, down, and radio button. And here's some more specs. This says instructions. The radio power button, press and hold for 3 seconds to turn the radio on or off. Charging button, press once to turn on the charging function, press twice to turn it off. Press and hold for 3 seconds to turn on the LED flashlight. This talks about solar charging. You just place it in the sun to solar charge it. When you want to charge your devices, you press the power button to turn it on. Then we have the radio function. Pull out the antenna and turn on the radio. Press up or down to search the channel semi-automatically. Press the radio button once to mute, unmute the sound, and adjust the volume by rotating the knob. When you're listening to the radio, please do not use the charging function. It'll interfere with the channel search, causing noise. Then it has that kickstand, the LED flashlight. Here we have product maintenance, and some warnings, and some warranty. Let's pull this out. Contact card. Here is the power bank, and this comes with a lanyard. And this is a nice beefy lanyard. It's a thick cord, and this appears to be metal here too with a key ring on it. And it comes with the USB-A to USB Type-C charge cable. So this feels very significant here. So where do we start? Let's see. So to turn it on, we'll press the power button on the side. So that will turn it on. We can see the indicators there. So let's start by testing the wireless charging. Here I have an iPhone 13 mini. I'll just set it on there. And it's charging. It is actually 100% charged, but it's showing the lightning bolt. So that's nice. Now this has cables built into the side. So I'll pull those out. So that can be a little tricky to get out. It has this little place where you can put your thumbnail in to pull it out. It wasn't hard, it's just if you don't have anything to grip that with, it could be a little tricky. So here we have the 2 cables here. One is lightning, one is USB Type-C. So here I have an iPad Pro. I'll plug that in here. And that is charging. We also have USB Type-C, so you can charge Android phones or other devices. Like here I have a FLIR thermal camera. I can plug that in here, and now that's charging. So these cables are a little bit short. I don't know if the iPad is the best thing. I mean, it worked. You want to be careful you don't jerk this around, because the iPad's a pretty heavy device and you could damage the iPad or the cable. So it depends on how disciplined you are. But I do like that it has the cables built in. Like even if I have a longer cable I want to use with this, like a lightning cable, it's nice if I had a friend who had a USB-C phone that they needed charging. I have that included on here, so I could just pop that out and give them some power. So this also has a flashlight on it, so I can hold the power button down. And here we have a flashlight. Now in my experience, the flashlights on power banks aren't the brightest flashlight you'll ever see. But again, I like that they're included because you never know when you're going to need a flashlight. And it would work for many tasks, like if you're traveling or if you're camping, you can easily say, look in your bag for something, or you could walk a path to a restroom at a campsite or something. So hold that down to turn that off. Let's look on the end here. It has an opening, and we have the 2 ports. So this has USB-A output and USB-C input or output. So you can charge something with this or be charged with it. So I'll plug in the cable here. I'll bring over my USB charger and I can plug that in here. And now we can charge the power bank with this. So it's currently charging at 1.68 amps. That can vary depending on the state of charge of the power bank. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways to charge with this. And this wireless charging is Qi compatible, so it'll work with the newer iPhones and a lot of the Android phones that support wireless charging. Now when it comes to charging the power bank, it has a solar panel here. One thing to consider about this is it's not a very big solar panel, so you can't expect this to be dead and throw it in the sun for 5 minutes and have it charge all the way up. It just doesn't work that way with this or any other solar power bank. The way I recommend using this would be if you're, say, going camping for the weekend, charge this up before you leave, and then as you're using it, you can put this in the sun just to help maintain that charge. So that will just extend the runtime. But I wouldn't rely on this as the sole means of charging this. And I would say that with any solar power bank. So we also have this kickstand here. So this will pull out the bottom and we can fold it up. You can turn this over and use it to hold the solar panel up so it is angled toward the sun a little bit better. Then we can just fold it down and slide it in when we're done. So finally, this thing has a radio in it. So we can hold down the power button here for the radio. That turned on. We have an antenna here. And we can tune into a station. Now this is going to be a little tricky because I'm in a basement. Okay, that tuned in. Now I can't play a bunch of this because I don't own the copyright to whatever it's playing, but another station. So I have to say, that's actually very impressive. I really wasn't expecting that to be able to tune in my basement. I thought I'd have to take it outside, but that was tuning in very well. Now, since you only have these scan buttons, it limits how easy it is to get to a specific station. Now, if you're out camping or something and there's bad weather, you could scroll through until you hear a weather report. But it sounded very nice too for being such a small product. You know, this is not a large boombox. It just has the little speakers here. So, and of course this had that lanyard here, and that fits on the end. I'll put that on real quick. So we have that. So you can hold it by this, or you could hang this from something, like from a tree or whatever. So that's the Fokimdo solar power bank with radio and wireless charging. This is a very impressive solar power bank, has lots of things on it. You can charge 5 devices with this, has USB-C input, has a solar input, and then it has that radio, wireless charging. I mean, it really has it all. Of course, it has a flashlight too. So if you like to have all these devices when you're traveling, this is a nice compact way to have it. I mean, it even comes with the cable, so you don't have to take cables to charge your devices. So if you can't use that wireless charging, you can use that. Now this is decent size otherwise though, so I don't think a person would feel comfortable putting this in their pocket. I mean, you probably could if you had very large pockets, but it'd be a little heavy for that, but this would easily fit in a backpack, no problem. A person might carry it in their purse, depends on how much weight they like to carry in their purse. And then it did have that pouch there, you can stick it in to kind of protect it. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.